Hey folks, Vince Brusio here, coming to you for the Carroll Biz Challenge. It is March 23rd, and we are now coming out of the ashes of the COVID-19 crisis, and that's why I'm talking to you today about Debbie Fights Coronavirus. I am normally a realtor, my day job. My office is located here in Sykesville, Carroll County, and I found out that my first business was no longer able to operate as a business because of COVID-19. So while most people were being shuttered in their homes, so was I. And I chose, rather than to binge watch Netflix, try to do something to help my daughter. She's on the spectrum, she has autism, and so the best thing for me to do to try to help her get through this crisis was to put a face on the invisible enemy. She didn't understand why she couldn't go to school. She didn't understand why she couldn't leave the house. And so I gave myself no life for a week and came up with the idea of a story, and Debbie Fights Coronavirus was born, an attempt to help her understand why her life was completely disrupted. And it was very weird to see how making her the priority was pretty much the same thing that I do when I'm a realtor. It was because I was able to do that kind of a focus that I came with the idea of that the reason why she was having a hard time is because she needed images to go with the narrative. There was no picture in her pod to show what the coronavirus looked like. She uses a pod to help her get through abstract concepts. And because I was able to use my son and bring him on board as an artist and put a face on the COVID-19 virus, that she was able to visualize and see what was going on. It's a very effective way of communicating. It's why it works so well in comics. And it worked so well that I woke up to find out that we had coverage in Vietnam. Translators were contacting us from Brazil and Japan so that we could convert the story into Portuguese, Japanese, and Spanish. And the book just kept on taking off from there. While most flights were being grounded around the world, we were reaching a worldwide audience. We were spanning continents because of the power of the internet and because of the format of the book itself. I mean, there's nothing more powerful these days than people reaching into their pockets and pulling out their phone. And that's where we were putting it for most people, in addition to their tablets and computers. And we were able to put this thing out there, find ourselves it put my family on the cover of Carroll County Times, April 11th. We were also featured in Baltimore Sun, MSN.com. This thing just kept on growing and growing, and it made me realize the power of the internet. So we decided to bump up the space on our web server, offered as a download, created the coloring book, an activity book, and products like that to capitalize on the branding so that we could raise funds on Kickstarter to help fund web server for a year. And it was from that activity that I decided there could be another evolution of this type of communication for people. There's nothing more powerful than a PDF because of its portability and its utility. And so I decided to create the concept of a business book as well, coming from the ashes of the comic book. And so that's something that I want to be able to pitch to the Carroll Biz Challenge, which is the embracing the scrolling behavior to show that True Life Comics, which is now a registered business with the Carroll County Chamber of Commerce, is something also that I want to bring to the business community. I believe that the concept of a PDF business book is something that would be embraced by the business community, something that can benefit people, because we all have stories to tell. And I think that helping you to promote your business online through the power of a PDF product is something that will very much catch your attention. So hope to make the pitch to you all soon. Want to thank you for your time and hope to catch you on the side. Take care. Cheers.